Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying this raspberry bar mix from Krusteaz. Jamisha sent us this from California. Thank you very, very much, Jamisha. This is made with real raspberries, no artificial flavors or colors. So what you want to do, you need 1 stick of butter melted for this recipe. So I have my 1 stick right here melted. And then you need an 8 by 8 inch baking pan. You can either grease the pan lightly, or I like to use parchment paper, especially when it comes to making bars. So you'll see I have put parchment paper in here. So in this box, you get 2 things. You get your raspberry, and I'm gonna put it to the side. And then you get your, basically your crust mix. So you're gonna take your crust mix, and you're gonna take a fork and mix the crust mix with the butter until it's crumbly. Once you have that mixed together, it says take 2/3 of the crust. So I have, I got a 1/3 measuring cup out, and I'm just gonna do 2 of these. And like that. It's not an exact thing. Might get a little bit more like that. And then you press it into the bottom of the pan. I might use my fingers for this. Now I've just kept getting little pieces out of the ball until till the bottom's covered, because all you're using this, whatever's left for, all you're gonna be using it for is a crumble for the top. So it doesn't matter, you know, just make sure you have some left over. It doesn't have to be an exact amount. So we're going to take these off, and then bake it for 15 minutes. This was in the oven for 15 minutes. So now you want to, while the base is hot, you want to pour your raspberry topping over it. So open the whole thing and just squirt it on here, and then I'm going to spread it out. Now you want to take the rest of your crumble, and I'm going to use my hands because you literally want to like crumble it in your between your fingers, and use the rest of it to go over the top. It looks like I have a lot of crumble left, so I'm thinking I probably could have made that base a lot thicker than what I did. But that's okay, because I like a crumble on top anyway. So now you want to bake this, same temperature, 350, but you want to bake it for 27 minutes, and then we'll be back. So this is how they look when they come out of the oven. You want to let them cool completely before you cut them into bars. Okay, this is why I love parchment paper, because I can pick these up, move them over here, and my pan is clean. So I'm gonna make some noise. Now it says you're supposed to get 16 pieces. I don't know about that. I'm just gonna cut it like I would normally cut it. And I have let these cool completely. So it looks like there's tons of raspberry. That is how it looks. So there's 2 things on the back of the box I want to point out. Number 1, it says a tip. Add 1/2 cup of crushed pretzels to the crust for a salty surprise. We actually do have pretzels, and I thought, gosh, that would be so amazing, and it's going to add a little bit of salt to it. But I didn't do it because when we do our reviews, we review what we are given. We review what is in the box, what the intended flavor is supposed to be without adding anything fancy to it, pretzels. And so I didn't want to do that. But let me tell you, that would probably be amazing. Second thing I want to point out is you can buy this box and they're giving you a recipe on the back for their raspberry cheesecake bars. The thing is we actually bought the Krusteaz raspberry cheesecake bars and reviewed them. So I guess if you can't get a hold of it in your area and you can only get the raspberry bars, they're giving you the recipe on the back. So that's great. So 1/16 of the package. My pieces, of course, are a little bit bigger. It's going to be 90 calories. And these are made in Seattle, Washington. Krusteaz.com. I love a good bar.
I love the crumble.
I do too.
The raspberry's pretty strong though.
I could show you. I didn't show you. There's the bottom. In a bar, my definition of a bar is something that you don't necessarily have to eat with a fork. You can pick it up and eat it with your hands. This one you can definitely pick it up and eat it with your hands. What do you think about the raspberry?
I love the crumble. I love the crust. Raspberry for me is not my favorite flavor anyway. So I would rather have a different flavor. Like cherry or potentially strawberry or something like that. For a raspberry though, it's really good. And there are some seeds, but not tons of seeds.
I got that too.
Yeah.
I love that crunchy texture.
Oh, the crumble on top is excellent.
And like I said, I could have used more on the bottom and had it thicker, but I didn't. So it just is.
Well, it's just they don't tell you an exact amount, so it's like 2/3. You're just guesstimating how much 2/3 is. So
right.
You have to weigh it or something if you really wanted to get it exact.
I love raspberry though. I think this is delicious. I don't know how much Jamisha paid for it, but I think for only needing a stick of butter, it was very, very easy to make.
Yep.
Very easy.
And if you like raspberry, go for it.
Oh yeah, I would totally get this again. I think it's absolutely delicious. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.